Number 5. Francois Vienne. Vienne by name and villain by nature. He was a murderer, thief, and an all-round lowlife. He was also the finest lyric poet in France in the 15th century. Born in either 1431 or 1432, he was brought up by a professor of canon law in Paris. After leaving university in 1452, his life descended into a series of brawls, imprisonments, and exiles. His only appearances within the historical record come from prison data. Number 4. Sir Thomas Wyatt. Wyatt played the dangerous game of sex, money, and power that constituted court politics. Under Henry VIII, he made his life even more dangerous by competing with the king for the hand of Anne Boleyn. After all, Henry's enemies had a habit of ending up with their heads separated from their bodies. Number 3. George Gordon, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was the ultimate romantic rock and rolling bad boy, with a taste for excess. Men wanted to be like him, and women wanted to be with him. His mad energy was probably inherited from Mad Jack Byron, his womanizing father, who was rumored to have slit his own throat. The younger Byron turned the great hall of his ancestral home into a shooting gallery, drank from a cup formed from a human skull, and lived off nothing more than biscuits and wine. He spent his grand tour hanging out with Albanian warlords and kept a pet bear at Cambridge. He swam the Hellespont and kept a menagerie of foxes, monkeys, peacocks, cats, falcons, and a wolf in his palazzo in Venice. Number 2. Alexander Pushkin. Alexander Pushkin was notoriously irascible and sensitive about his honor. It's amazing that he even reached the ripe old age of 37, for in his short life, he was involved in at least 29 duels, the last of which saw him killed. He dueled over slights about his verse, insults directed at his friends, women he was courting, arguments at the dinner table, comments about his appalling manners, and even over the weather. And, number 1, Algernon Swinburne. Algernon Swinburne was a self-destructive drunkard, and had some decidedly odd, perverse interests. He had noble forebears, was educated at Eton and Oxford, and nearly expelled from the latter, and spent time traveling in France and Italy. Much of his life was spent living with the drug-addicted artist Dante Gabriel Rossetti on Chain Walk in Chelsea, before being forced to retire, an invalid with the poet Theodore Watts Dunton.